Hello, everyone. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Good to see all these wonderful faces. We have Alan visiting us, and that's so cool.
Hello.
From SMAF. Thank you, SMAF, for being one of our wonderful sponsors, along with Mando Core, Kai Sabers. And if I really do actually need to give a shout out to Chubby Dog Coffee, the official Saberlight Knights coffee sponsor, because he
They
gave
have a
a
new
special
Christmas blend out, by the way.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he sent out a special gift to my brother Joe. So,
Oh.
dude, Adam, we love you. Come back here and hit us over the head a bunch of times because we want to see you. So it's good to have Vince back. It's good to have Ryan back. I'm sorry that I've missed the past couple of nights of sparring with you guys. But I'm glad I get to watch it here because Alan, this is going to be my first time watching some of these fights as well because I haven't been in them. So I'm jealous.
Let's
Yeah,
fire it up and see what we got.
Yep.
It's been a while since I watched it too, so
It'll be new for everybody.
Yeah,
Or like me.
yeah, right out of the gate. Here we go.
Oh, there
good.
you
The YouTube fight.
Now, how are you?
Nice.
What I say, Roland? Look at that armor.
Oh man. Full on
Wow, it does
samurai.
reflect the light nicely.
That is gorgeous. He's got his little hexagon or octagons.
They're hexagons.
Hexagon. Oh wow. That's nice.
Oh,
Really
right off
good
the
footwork,
bat.
Vince. Really good
Yeah.
footwork, Vince.
Yeah, but still have a habit of punching his blade.
That's kind of the point for me.
Yeah, it works. It works in some styles of sword play, but not in lightsabers.
Not in lightsabers. It's not the best. Really nice.
Oh, there we go. So it looks like you're trying to, Vince, just try to close the gap here. And it looks like your range and measure game has to be turned up a notch.
A little coach.
Something that helped me a lot might help you, or it might just be trash. But something that helped me a lot was making sure that every movement led into something. So if I was stepping back, there would be an attack. If there was, if I was moving forward, there would be an attack. You know, side to side, there'd be an attack. Whether it's addressing the blade or not, you know, the fight stops when you hit touch, right? When you get touched. So
Yep.
sometimes too, with canny fighters, they will feint and juke and do that stuff. But if you wait too long, you know, because there are certain stances and certain postures that set up others.
That was nice.
Especially in this game, it's whoever hits first, right? So,
Yeah.
like right now, you guys are both posturing, but it's still whoever hits first. So maybe you don't have to rock it out of the gate. Basically, as soon as you see a transition, the transition between stances is usually when an attack happens.
This thing's so heavy.
And then Vince, you're left-handed?
Right-handed. I just
Right-handed.
swap my grips a lot.
Okay.
Good.
It's usually a sign of a lefty when they switch that much. That's good though.
That was nice.
Is
too,
it?
though.
Do you find that switching grips is more beneficial, like when
Sorry,
you're,
that was hard.
or is it just
I like
just a
switching
habit?
switching grips. Gives me more options.
Oh sure.
Because I usually, or my comfort zone is two-handed fighting. But I do like
Mine
the
too.
wide option, like wide range of angles I get when I'm able to fight with both my right and left hand.
Sure.
Also, just wanted to point that out. That was the first time I've ever beaten Ryan.
Right on.
First time
So
you
that
ever
was
used
the-
that saber too, by the way.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was the
That was good.
first time I was using was it a Shadow Crest design, Mando. Now I can't use it ever again because it has a 100% win rate against Ryan. So,
Yeah, I think if especially if you're switching grips all the time, you got to also make sure that your footwork moves with your switching grips, right? Because you rob yourself usually 6 inches to a foot, 6 to 18 inches of reach if your footwork's not right. So,
yeah.
yeah. And if you do it right and you master that, I mean, you're gonna show up like, lightsaber Geralt, the Witcher, switching grips and doing all sorts of wacky stuff that shouldn't work but does.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
That'd be
reverse
awesome.
grip.
Exactly.
Takes the practice.
Yeah.
So you got Kristi
Here we
versus
go.
Sprague.
Yeah.
Nice. I haven't seen Kristi fight in a while.
Yeah.
She's getting good.
She's getting good. Watch her lateral movements.
Yeah.
And Sprague's armor. Oh my gosh.
The lights were blinding me.
Oh, okay.
Are they battle on that side? Because on this side you get that right there.
Yeah, this way I can see fine. Good.
There you go.
1-0, Mike.
How tall is Sprague?
Let's see, 6'5".
Yeah. 6'14", something like that. Yeah.
And Kristi is 5'6".
I thought I got your
No,
I
like
think she's like
5'5".
Shorter.
4'5", 5'4", 5'5".
That's
right around
about
there.
my
Okay.
height.
Okay, so she's easily giving up a foot of height
Oh
Yes.
and probably about a foot of reach as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
0. Right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But she's not afraid to engage. She's not afraid
She's not.
to change the line. So
She's
she's
putting
learned
pressure
to
on him.
2-1.
she's learned to move her body before she moves her hands, which is good.
Yep.
And
Off.
I feel like if Kristi just turns her blocks into strikes, like
Yep.
all she has to do is turn the tip of her saber as she blocks,
Mhm.
and she'll get points a lot more.
The one other thing we've been working on with her is she tends to lead with her hand, and then the blade
Yeah.
follows, which
Yeah.
is not so good, but she's working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing all right.
Yeah.
No, I
But
mean,
she's
Sprague
circling
is
that blade. a
no
lot.
slouch at all.
Yeah. She'll circle that blade, and that's what I'm loving is that she's really working the blade, and she's learning so quickly now, and she's fighting with her saber and I love that she got from
Yeah, that's a
you
slayer.
guys. So
Yay!
that's so cool.
Sorry, Piedmont, go
She's just, but she's moving laterally, which is so hard for some of the newer fighters to do.
Right.
She's not letting Sprague's size intimidate her. She'll come at him. I love seeing that.
I think that's one of the things I enjoy most about watching these is the amount of movement and footwork that it takes to actually go through this. I mean, not that fighting on a fencing strip doesn't take a lot of movement and a lot of footwork. It's just there's a lot less lateral movement, a lot less cutting the angle.
Yep.
Yeah, so especially when you're at a disadvantage of range, it's so important to start to learn the zigzag, stepping that most martial arts actually teach you. So that's, I mean, you get those of you that have done martial arts before, you know what zigzag stepping or C-stepping, sometimes they call it, will do for you, just as far as your lower body and your positioning. But in a fight, it really works when you're up against somebody that's taller than you.
Very pretty.
The football run,
Yeah,
sort of
yeah. The dexterity ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's totally a thing. Now, Sprague is he usually left-handed?
He is.
He
I
is,
believe
okay.
he is actually full left.
Because I know he's switching back and forth too,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
but it looks like he's more he's more at home, or he's more dexterous with his left.
Yep.
At least when he's fighting. Like now.
That was good.
Here it is. There it is. Good job.
A very good fight.
That was such a good fight.
Now this will be fun. So, yeah, Vince
Oh.
and Tripp.
Trip.
So I'm
I
training
don't
with
think that
Tripp.
you've seen.
I don't think he
Tripp.
has. Let's
I
not
don't think
say
I've seen
anything.
it, no.
Let's let this go.
Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Look at the
Okay,
size of
Vince,
his
you're on
blade
the left, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
with that pretty armor.
That's good.
Overruled. 1-0.
Nice. Crack to the wrist. Ooh, jumping right in.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of telegraphed it a little bit. That's fine. He had a good recovery on the way back.
Oof.
It's a good fight.
So Tripp is
We're doing TSL.
how tall?
Yeah, you don't have a.
5'10".
5'9"? We're doing
Yeah,
TSL.
5'10", 5'9".
All right. 1-0 still.
Okay. So he fights with a very open
That
stance.
got me. Thumb.
And,
If it's the
Same
edge
thumb.
of your thumb.
his
Same
footwork would be a little bit faster if he was just
I'm
a
gonna
foot
call it like I see it, because
What-
CSL will call shit too. So
What's this?
closer.
I'm calling it 1-all.
What's that? Good or bad?
Good.
Excuse me.
Yeah. His lunge is
Yeah,
forever.
he has a great lunge, but they lunge if you don't bring that back leg
Mm-hmm.
in.
One.
A lot harder to jump back if you miss.
You like the tip of my thumb.
Oh, yeah.
3-1. Fight.
Do we ever measure exactly how long Tripp's blade was?
No,
It's half the size of.
it's fairly short. It looks like this
Yeah,
looks like about half
actually-
yours.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, looking at it now, his blade looks like it's about maybe 6 inches shorter.
Yeah, it's like 30 or 28 or something. It's a lot shorter than what I've got.
And what are the dimensions of your saber?
So that one I'm using right now is our SLK max, basically. So I think it's a 13-inch hilt with a 35-inch blade.
Okay.
And then we were doing PSL rules for this fight because he has the Suba, and that's just kind of what he's used to. I think he
Alright,
has
so the Suba is not a viable target.
not in this fight.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, because that's just what Tripp's used to is TSL.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
It's another way to play the game.
Correct.
And the thing is, if you're comfortable in that game, when you start to play somebody else's game, it gets rough.
yeah.
Yeah. So very
Thumb again,
very
baby.
open, but still looking like there's a lot of
Is that not allowed?
I don't know what the word
Yeah,
is.
and then he hit himself in the shin.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. Just
Down trying to play
it's not
fancy,
like
gotta stop
he's
doing the-
not willing to
that kind of stuff.
just lunge, but so far that's kind of what I'm seeing.
Mhm.
It's just a lot of that downward shot at the top of the
Kinda
head
like
that
pull a Ryan
misses,
on
so
this
it hits your wrist instead, and a quick lunge. Not a whole lot of I guess the blade work is
Right.
parry. Not a lot of parry or post.
Yeah, which is why he's got such a strong D. His defense, having fought him once.
Yeah, if he learns how to riposte from his different parries, it'll be pretty
So the
solid.
history there is Tripp was a scholarship Division I fencer.
That
Started
would explain
fencing at 6 years of age. So that's why he's very linear and basically everything
Mhm.
that you're seeing there. But he's pretty damn good.
I mean, he's fast.
Oh
He
yeah.
does
Oh, yeah.
does a really good job
That
doing
was
it.
fun. That was really
But
fun.
again, that is a different game too. That has different rules.
Mhm.
He is he's actually letting you come in a lot of places, so you can address your
yeah.
blade, because right away is a huge thing in fencing, but not so much in most lightsaber rules.
Yep.
Mhm.
And that's what.
So
Ryan
hit 'em
and I
faster.
actually- Yep. Ryan and I were just talking about that, about, you know, being too aggressive with that reactionary sort of fighter like that.
Yeah.
Oof, go.
Little Jarkai.
So
It's called Palace. I was going for I just missed hitting. When you did the double like that, my goal was to put it back up. I was coming to try to just scrape across and I missed.
listen to Ryan teach as he fights.
Yeah.
That's fair.
See,
I don't know. Sprague's been schooling me in the Jarkai, so.
Sprague's been bringing it in everything.
Oh yeah.
That's the beauty of this too, is like when somebody finds something that they're good at, you have to learn how to deal with that,
Mhm.
right? And that way, when you fight somebody else that's good at that, you're like, aha,
Okay.
I got your trick.
Yep.
I know how to
yep.
counter that if I do it right. But it's still a matter of range and timing and measure.
Yep, exactly.
So right now, Ryan, what are you using? Are you using your Screamer blades?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
And it
about
looks
3
like-
inches shorter on each blade than he is, and probably about 4 inches shorter on the hilts.
Right. So you're already at a disadvantage in reach here,
Correct.
Right.
and you forgot to lean back a little bit.
There.
I just hit that
was-
to the face.
Yeah.
Again.
Going for nose piercings.
Oof.
Yeah, he's coming at you almost straight in with a double lunge, right? Which is really hard to actually defend against, especially if you're trying to figure out what the hell you're doing yourself.
Yep.
But the thing about dual weapons is always you have to be able to use each blade simultaneously, but also independently. Because it really only takes one blade to block both of his if he's doing that double thrust. It's just that you won't get any point if you don't do anything with the other blade.
Yep.
It's just like, ooh, you got it, but nope,
Yep.
still got hit in the face. You know?
I got there first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. It's like it's the it's kind of one of the things I love and hate about lightsaber fights
All the way out.
is that if you get the hit first, great, but he would have killed you. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like wacky stuff like that. But it's there are certain rules sets out there that address that with after blows and things like that.
Right.
But if you as long as you're playing your game, you're playing it well, hey man, more power to you.
Yep. Look at that.
So there's a lot of just up and down movement from Sprague. There's not a lot of lateral
Backing me into a corner. I don't like
with with his blades. But because he's so tall, that works against a smaller opponent. But if somebody was his size or
Right.
bigger, then he'd have to figure something else out. Because
Right.
you know, I mean, I don't know if there's anybody in your group that is that.
James,
AJ.
maybe.
AJ and James. Yeah.
Quite nice.
Yeah.
Black cap.
The other thing about
Oof.
about dual weapons, which I enjoy, is that sometimes, just sometimes, like you don't really have to move because they're just trying to goad you into getting close enough to hit you with their other blade.
Right. Right.
Nice. So right now, a lot of your guys' movement is pretty linear.
Oh,
It seems like every time you cut in there, Ryan, it's when you score the point. When you
Get my leg.
when you go slightly at an angle or go straight in,
Yep.
Judges.
so you get off the railroad tracks just long enough to jump back in.
I trust you. I just didn't feel it.
So
Keep the
what
clock
time of
going,
night
keep
is
the
this?
clock going.
It's like 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Okay. I'm just wondering if there's other people in the park.
There are.
Yellow.
So, like, it's us where we're watching this, there's a bunch of people playing tennis on the other courts.
Oh, I see. That's funny.
Little tennis players.
Got me.
What the heck are they doing there?
Yeah.
was
your
great.
clock going. Keep your clock going.
Love
that.
that. Vince.
Oh yes,
All right.
this is good. Whoop. Keeping you at bay, Vince.
Yeah, she's really good at keeping that point threatening.
Mhm.
Nice. 0
Nice.
I'm mad that I taught her that now. So, because now I can't get past her.
Yeah, it's just really hard to get past that point. You gotta fake her out. It's basically
Oh, good. I was trying to dodge.
read it when she's getting impatient. But no,
Yeah.
she's gotten really good with her point control.
That's
I still,
right.
I would like to see her
Defense is
telegraph
not
a
getting
little
hit.
less.
Yes. Yeah. But as Alan said, if she learns to parry or post, it's gonna be beast.
Or turn her parry into a
Mhm.
strike.
Mhm.
Just the slight adjustment of the angle of her,
Yep.
her blocks,
You arced
Mhm.
out.
like just flipping her hand over just slightly, that sort of thing, as she blocks.
Hold.
Use the beat
I
parry to
mean,
move in.
I'm saying all these things about your fighters that I know I need to work on myself. So
You're not
Don't
the only
take
one.
it-
I do too.
yeah, don't take any of this as an absolute, guys that are fighting. I just know that I need to work on that stuff, and so when I see somebody else that needs to work on it, hey, you're
I
in the
can
same
recognize.
bus.
I recognize my faults. This is how
Yeah,
I
yeah,
recognize my
exactly.
faults.
Sorry,
This is
I
what I'm
like
doing.
tweaked my shoulder getting that high. I'm
Ooh.
fine. Oh wow.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Your
I'm
shoulder okay?
Yeah, it was fine. It was just like a really high angle, and
Yeah.
my body wasn't ready for it.
Mhm.
Nice.
3.
What I do enjoy is that there's not a lot of. You guys are not just hand sniping. There's other targets that you're aiming for.
We're all.
One of the things that we do in our academy that is every once in a while we'll play, we'll spar, but we'll do something like, okay, no hand hits, both hands on the blade, both hands on the hilt,
Oh.
and you can cheat, but the other person has to think it's cool.
Ryan would spin all day.
Yeah. It's like you can do a one-handed strike, but it has to be cool for it to count. Otherwise, you still die.
Yep.
You've gotten a lot shiftier, Vince.
Yeah, I've been trying to.
6'5".
I know when I first started, I was like kendo all day.
Which isn't bad. You just have to know that there's more out there, And some people will pull something out that kendo doesn't have an answer for. It has a lot of answers, but it doesn't have every one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because if somebody is better at kendo than you, they will out kendo you.
Mhm. There's always a bigger
Or
dog.
if they know
Yeah.
the big holes in kendo, then they'll take you out as well.
Nice.
I like fighting in front of people that are like HEMA guys
Mhm.
that fight not professionally but like competitively,
Mhm.
so they can critique my fighting, and so that I can hear what they would do if they were to go up against me.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds great. You
Bring
can
that.
do that all day long. Let's see it. Come on,
Yep.
get out here.
Yep. Exactly.
There's nothing like somebody swinging a blade at you
Right.
that
Right.
makes theory
Everything. Yeah.
practice.
All blows
Yeah.
out the window.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Everybody's got a
in
plan
theory,
until they get hit in the face.
yeah, exactly. Which is great. I want them to be able to do that, because then I can hopefully find an answer to their
Mm-hmm.
counter to my thing. So the counter to the
Oh,
counter.
nice.
Yep.
Get
Yep.
all. Side up.
And what's fun is like,
Close fight.
especially as you
Yes.
teach, right? You said this out loud, Roland, which is great to me. It's like, once I teach you this, I'll have to figure out how to beat this.
Yep. Yep. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Ah, you got me.
Yeah.
9,
Yeah.
8.
See.
Fight.
See, and
Stupid
after
slow move.
doing a little
Hold
bit
on
of
1 second, guys. I gotta
yeah.
get a phone call here. 1 sec.
No, understood. But what I was saying is that once, because of my history in FMA and some other things, I'm like looking.
Oh,
It's like,
nice.
oh,
Oh,
see,
Bill.
this is where the triangular footwork, and this is where some of the other
If you watch the
things.
video,
And
you should finish
this
it
is
like
if you
finished.
cut this angle this way. These are the things that I'm reading in, and I'm like, oh, there you go. That's how you do that. Look at you. Look at you. You're doing this. So it's a matter of finding those things. There you go. There you go.
Oh, nice. Sorry.
Oh,
Good job, Vince.
nice.
It was 9-9, and I was just trying to figure out how to fake her out, and she had more patience than me.
All right. Jarkai.
Yep. Okay.
This I'm trying to show you that Jimmy's just like wipe my
Little
nose.
Sonoma. Yep.
Oof,
Oof.
good angle.
Yes.
That was like throw it to me.
So good. Yep. Find it. Ooh, yeah.
Sprague's just got the arms and the control that is just always threatening.
Right.
Oh, good.
Very nice line.
Timing,
Line
timing.
with a 2-foot sword, right?
Ooh, that's nice.
So do you feel you're moving both hands the same way? Your hands are mirroring each other.
I don't think they are.
Sometimes they do, but I would say most of the time.
You're monologuing. Don't pull a Brooks.
That's good.
I
Really
will
enjoyed
say-
the dual wield.
Yeah, yeah. Well, cerebrally, you're trying to figure out. I mean, it really is just, mind-blowing experience. It's like, what the heck? Both these things are coming at me. So trying to figure out how to keep these both at bay while making your entrance. And that is really where the footwork comes in. And finding the way past some of these blades.
Oh,
Yes, yes. Withdraw. Yeah. Oop. Nice.
I heard that one.
That one I lost worse.
Good job. Good job.
This will be a good one.
Yep.
Tripp and Sprague.
Yep.
Are you a lefty or righty?
Nice
Yeah,
tall.
but
Oh, he is righty. I did not know that.
Walker decided to try to kill me.
Feds to the left a lot, though.
Yep.
I called Tripp on that.
No, we're both gonna forget.
Kristi dying in the corner.
Yeah, I know. I hear that.
Now, I was over fixing a saber. I don't know what Vince is doing. Kristi was dying in the corner, so nobody's keeping track of score.
I
That's
think
good.
Slip in
Chris
the
is
middle of
trying to
this.
keep track. I was
Yeah.
trying to get a TSL saber set up.
Yep. Good. Getting the blade work. Oof.
Tripp's just super quick with
That was
his
nice.
coming
Good
down.
foot. Yeah. Yeah.
We just wait to catch it. Once he
12
catches
o'clock,
it, he
6 o'clock,
goes.
12 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
That bar he does hurts my elbow to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Ooh. Good lunge. Jab.
I look down the LED and now I'm blind.
Hmm.
Who's winning?
Tripp is, I think.
What's the score?
I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, is this the fight I think it is?
I wasn't really paying attention the entire time. I was trying to not drown. What's the score, guys?
Oh, I missed you. Oh, I missed you twice. Nice. Good one.
Oof.
What's the score?
Oh.
It's like
We don't know the score. No one knows the score.
He's like, it's 9-9, but I counted this. It was literally 3-3.
Of course it is.
3-3. Oh,
Of course it is.
I put him at 7-7.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't understand that block he does, that Tripp's doing. I just can't get any
That
force behind it.
Flip down like that.
Yeah, I can't get any force
I can get force
behind
behind
that.
it. It hurts my elbow. But when you've trained in it for 40 years,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
You're talking about that hanging grip?
Yeah.
yeah, the
He just
flip
drops
down,
it down.
Yeah. It has to sweep from side. I don't know.
Felt that one.
Work. It has to sweep, and if you pivot your waist, it's a lot easier to create the power necessary to make it work.
Oh, God.
That's his warning. Hold
It's usually used against a lunge because there's not a whole lot of
Yeah, on the farm,
lateral
he's
strength
in
in
the
a lunge.
neighbor's yard.
No, I remember with cows.
How about lava saved me?
Well, do it again and it will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sprague running him out.
Mhm.
Good.
Ooh.
That was nice. Sneaking underneath shot.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
pretty.
Is this a rematch?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I don't know if it was Hill. I was too busy looking at you.
Pretty sure I helped you there.
So Ryan, so Vince, while you're watching Ryan, what are you seeing
When
where
I'm
you
watching
can
it
make your
now or when
entrance.
I'm fighting him?
now? Where can you make your entrance?
Let's see.
See if you're. Oh, how do you need to time it?
With him, it's just trying to figure out how to pop his defense
Mhm.
without putting myself in danger. Because Ryan is usually quicker on the draw than me.
Good. Good.
He's also willing to rush you and headbutt you.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Body check, basically.
Yeah, Ryan is just so full of different tricks
Mhm.
that it's hard to figure out which one he's planning on using.
Oh yeah, that's the best way to be.
Be predictable.
Now, the only time
Yeah.
he's really inconsistently, blocking is when he changes his mindset. So he has these different stances he does. And
Yep.
sometimes in the middle of a point, he'll change his mind, like, oh, I'm going to do this stance now. And when he's making that mental shift is when he slows down and you usually get the jump on him.
Right.
But,
Well, and that speaks to what Alan was talking about earlier, was that changing of the stance, the transition between, so that's the thing is you've got him standing there, he's waiting, he's almost baiting you. So he knows almost what he's going to do. So give him something, let it feed it. And you can see it's like, okay, that's when you can, that's the next thing. It's like, wait for it to fall, wait for your flow.
yeah. Now, something that Mark was talking about in another fight night was, people when they make, feints or whatever, if they're, too far to do anything, don't even think about what they're doing.
Yeah,
And I'm trying to find that sweet spot of being able to feint that it's actually a threat, pop a defensive, gesture, and then follow up without, just swinging my blade 6 inches too far.
That was beautiful, Vince.
Not
You
really
timed
right.
that perfectly right there. Did
Yep,
you see that?
That was exactly what you need to do.
So, success is opportunity met with preparedness, right?
Yes.
You got to be in the right place. Your blade has to be at the right angle. Your feet have to have the right weight on them, right, in order to get that point. So, and that only, unfortunately, comes with experience.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta. I mean, I love this answer. You just gotta fight more.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Fighting more is good.
Yeah.
And the more notches on your belt, right, and the more types of fighters you fight against, makes you maybe not. It depending on who you're fighting, not like the most formidable opponent against that guy, but formidable against everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually, once you fight enough other people, then you become formidable to that guy.
Yep. We were talking about earlier, before the stream started, was how our guys do pretty well against other fighters when we have different meets and things. Well, we do pretty good against each other, and we know how we sort of, I'm kind of lower tier, I'm kind of mid tier, blah blah blah, against our guys. But when we go up against other guys at other meets, when we go to Carolinas or Northern Virginia or something else, it's like, they've not seen these things, and so it's really interesting, and that's why we need to do that more often, in my opinion.
Well, I'm doing my best to be over there at least once a year.
Cool.
You guys are
and
on
we
a
appreciate
different
you.
coast.
That is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And we appreciate
what I have
you.
to do, and I realize this, is what I have to do is show up earlier so I can fight everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or stay there later so I can fight everyone.
Both.
Alan,
Or
we
both.
still haven't danced. We got to dance.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
Sprague is so.
You may have lost that
freaking
point,
out.
but that was a very nice hesitation, following through an attack. That was very good.
That was really very specific, and it was really. Look at. See there. Thing, and also, as big as Mike Sprague is, he is also very fast. Knows how to put his blade exactly where he wants it.
Not tall enough to ride that right.
Yeah, what is Mike's experience?
Oh, the short stick.
Ooh,
Years of
long and distinguished.
He's actually a martial arts instructor.
Muay Thai.
Yeah, Muay Thai
Remember.
and something else.
Oh,
A
there's like
couple other.
4 other Elsas.
Yeah, but he also has done
I was like, I can tough it
Filipino
out.
martial
It
arts
might
too, so
faint.
he's familiar with double stick and things like that. So he has a very extensive martial arts background, and
Oh yeah.
again,
Nice.
I love just saying this because it shows how we grow. Is he was one of those guys that would just freaking swing for the fences baseball bat style,
Right.
with the cord when he first started, and now he is so pinpoint accurate, and has so just softened his touch, that it's a pleasure to watch, because now he's almost a completely different fighter.
Yeah,
than
you're,
when he
you're
first
saying that's
started.
where he started. And I think I watched a couple of those fights.
Now one of
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
that
And
one.
he is a different fighter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
There's a lot more control. And again, that's another thing that you learn after fighting,
Mhm.
over and over again, is that sort of control, that sort of movement. So that's great.
Yeah, yeah. Oof.
Nice.
I'm seeing something different
So
than you guys
Vince,
both, though.
as you're fighting here,
Angles.
do you remember what you're thinking every time you step off that line? Like, what is your like? Okay, like, I should switch my hands. I should be, doing this. Should I go low guard, high guard, middle guard?
I'm trying to, whenever I step off the line, I guess, is just trying to figure out what is his reaction to it. Either is he trying to lead me, or is he trying to keep me, point it straight at me, versus is he going to lead where he...
Oh, good honor.
Lose him.
If I can, mix it up on him and
Right.
get him when he's anticipating me to go right and I go left or something.
You had a lot of success with those underneath shots though. Kind of at least 4 of those so far.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, if only they worked in TSL.
Right.
They do.
Good job.
Well done. Well done.
Give me one more second, guys.
Yeah.
Right. Ryan. 1-0.
I didn't know I hit him. Hit me on the finger, the middle finger.
Fire's ready. Fight.
I don't have a Suba.
Is he fighting with a longer sword here? That's not a
Yeah,
normal sword.
yeah. They wanted to see if Tripp was like really being handicapped by his
Right.
short saber.
2-0.
Yeah.
Fire's
Damn it,
ready.
that's the best
Fight.
block I've ever had on you.
So Ryan, what do you
That was a
find
good
works
block. I like
better
it a lot.
on Tripp with what you do,
Right.
with what you bring?
3-0.
I need to be more
You
patient.
You didn't hit me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did hit you in the head.
Did you?
Yeah, you didn't hit me though.
Okay.
3-0. Fire's ready. Fight.
I tend to hit him in the wrist a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what hit you. No?
I didn't
Where?
see it. Keep
I
going.
feel it. Maybe it's a shake of the blade.
3-0.
No, no,
It-
don't
it's
give it
a-
to me. Don't give it to me.
I did.
Oh, good,
Still
good.
3-0. It is a light blade. So
Yeah.
That's
No,
the trade-off.
3-1. I got the middle finger hit.
He got the
remember?
3-1.
Okay, 3-1. Fire's ready. Fight.
You guys be killing each other instead of arguing.
Ooh, parry.
Right. 3-2. Is the blade tight on the socket?
It's loose, but it's okay.
3-2. Fire's
Quick
ready.
trip,
Fight.
all right? Damn.
I don't have my clicker.
I got him.
I like Sprague's reffing.
Right.
Motherfucker.
4-2.
I got leg.
4-2. Fire's ready. Fight.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And Ryan on that.
Give me the
4-3.
hand.
Yep. And
Elbow, I thought.
4-3. Fire's ready. Fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
5-5-0. Fighters ready.
You
Fight.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
hold
He
on.
came down
There's no
like, and I
super.
came up
Pinky
and
thumb are numb.
That was you coming full down and me coming full up.
Yeah.
That's like my
Calibration. Calibration. 5-0. And fight.
That wasn't a calibration, it was a double
I can't
power.
parry with this. All I can do is attack.
Sprague. 6-5. Ryan. Fighters
See,
ready.
that's
Fight.
fascinating to me that because of the length of the sword, he
Oh,
can't
nice.
parry,
Yes,
he can only attack.
Yeah, it's too long.
Nice.
7-5.
Okay, hold on. Recalibrate my thoughts on the length.
7-5. And fight.
I'm gonna put that shit in slow mo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Great. Beautiful.
Oh,
7-6.
Bad read.
Fighters ready. Fight. Great. 7-all. Fighters ready. Fight. Great. 8-7. Fighters ready. Fight. Great. Tripp. 8-all. Fighters ready. Fight. Great. 9-8. Fighters ready. Fight.
You're out.
Out.
40.
20.
Okay.
9-8.
I thought we hit
Fighters
each other
ready.
to stop.
Fight.
I thought he hit his hand, but
Break. Match.
okay. Yeah.
I don't think you hit me.
I rode down your blade and I scraped your hand.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Wanna do another one?
And that's part of the problem with all the armor and stuff is you don't
You don't
feel
always
it
feel the hit.
necessarily sometimes, so you can't feel it. But yeah,
and other times it's not enough.
yeah,
My
yeah.
fingers still hurt.
When you have numb fingers from it.
It's
How was your
breaking up a
thumb?
pretty good night.
Yep. Well, very cool. Very cool. I got to
That's
say, I really enjoyed those. I loved seeing
Yeah.
Tripp come out. That was really nice.
Yeah. I feel like he's gotten a lot better since the last time I fought him on the farm. At least when I fight him on the farm, he's always backing up. But
Oh,
this
we used
time
to run
around,
him.
he was,
We used to run him back like 100 yards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's putting him
he
in a
wouldn't
box.
care.
yeah, yeah. Good, good.
Well, that's it for tonight, y'all.
Yep. Thank you,
Oh, well,
guys.
hey, thanks. Sorry, my camera's all over the place.
No,
Trying
no,
to
we-
deal with a small emergency.
It's all good.
No
We
worries.
understand that. Yeah. We really appreciate you coming out. And also
Yeah.
thank you to SMAF for, again, sponsoring us. We really appreciate that. And being able to, from SMAF, highlight us. And that's why we like to highlight
Oh.
you.
Well,
So
we
a little bit
appreciate
of-
that.
A little bit of reciprocity is a good thing. Because
Yeah, I mean, what you guys are doing epitomizes SMAF. I told this to Courtney as well. So as long as the foundation can help, we are willing to put together events, rule sets, kind of have you guys talk to the right people, create a network of this. So yeah, I think this is going to be good for doing more of this as well to kind of keep it again under that umbrella of education is going to
Yeah.
be a big part of it. So hey, thank you guys for having me.
No, thank
Absolutely.
y'all.
Thank you. Yeah. And again, Key Sabers, Mando Core, and Chubby Dog Coffee. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Vince, for showing up. Really appreciate you. Loved having you come in, be our guinea pig. And what'd you think about what you're doing? Why'd you do that? That's not right.
See, you're asking the wrong person because I don't think when I'm fighting. I can't even keep score when we're fighting. I just turn my brain off and I'm like, what's a weird angle that I can try and poke him from? That's
Yep.
as in depth as I get.
Hey, sometimes that's how it goes. There is a fighting mode that you can get into, and everybody's fighting mode is slightly different. If yours is, hey man, I just go in there and respond to what's in front of me, then hey, that's the way you go. Some people go in there with a plan. All right, well, this guy looks like he leans to his left, so I'm going to do this instead. Oh, I know his move always looks like this from the front, so I know this is my block. It just depends.
Mhm.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. Wonderful learning experiences, which is why I love these. It's a chance for us to just sort of, oh man, I should have really, I could have taken it. I could have capitalized on that. I could have, oh no, I should have withdrawn instead of being an attacker. But yeah, that's why I really enjoy this. So love the input. Thank you guys. Thank you, Ryan, for putting these together. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Being the main thrust of this. We really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
And see you guys next fight night.
Yeah. Have a good
Absolutely.
one, guys.
Have a good one, guys. Oh,
Thank you all.
there's my hand.